Yo, what is up, buddy? I'm Unknown Silent, coming at you today with an Abyss guide. I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know about the stage and what each of these tags means, making sure that you know what phase and how to avoid taking too much damage and how to keep your heroes alive, as well as breaking the last physical shield. I've got 101k here. I'm doing very well on my Abyss run. Don't mind the team too much. If you do want to try copy the team and do as I do, feel free to. But just make sure that you learn what each phase means, how to use our ults, and how to get the most out of your team as well. I'm going to go over the placements, then I'm going to restart and do the placements a little bit quicker so I can do the full run without having to wait for my team. First placement would be Kigiri, and then Narissa at the bottom facing up to give Kigiri the Abyssal Favor buff. Then Wukong up here with Diao Chan down here, swapping Diao as I place her. Numera just in front of Narissa, facing upwards. Eloin facing backwards from below Wukong. Fawn next to Eloin. We're going to turn on auto ults, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to restart the run. Raiden next to our Kigiri. Rygar up in front of Kigiri, so he's our tank, and Narissa just behind Kigiri. These are our placements. They're pretty tight and tucked in here. I thought maybe you could trade Vaughn and Narcy around, but I wouldn't do it for the benefit of Vaughn's 8-1. This way I get Wukong, Kigiri, and Numera all in Vaughn's range for this shield break. And I'm going to restart the placements a little bit quicker. That way we can get off to the races and into the run. Now that everyone is placed, I'm going to turn on everybody's ults for the first physical phase. I'll turn off Numera as we get to the Worm's Wrath. The reason why I want her ulting in the beginning here is because of the 30% damage reduction she puts on the boss, and it's more guaranteed when she ults. Just make sure that nobody dies early on. It's also going to be a consistent thing we do throughout the fight, is keeping Numera's ult on for a majority of the physical phase, just to make sure that we don't have that extra damage inflicted upon us. Worm's Wrath is one of the big ones. This is the same timing as the Meteoric Deluge on the magic side, so that we know the shield comes up right after this. So as you see that effect of these purple orbs exploding, you see like this water effect, like this ripple. That is the timing that you use to get Kigiri's ultimate off to break the shield in the later phases. And I will show you that later on in the run. I've turned off Numera ult as that shield broke so that we can save it for the next part. I'm going to leave Raiden on, turning off Rygar to make sure that I have him. I'm going to leave Wukong and Kigiri on so they can get out an extra ult and a bit more damage here. I'm looking for about 18k here to 20k for the first physical phase. You can of course get a little bit lower if you're only aiming for a 60k final score. Now that the wording come up, I can turn off all my physical damage dealers and turn on my Numera. Now I'm going to wait until we see the Seismic Slam. The Drake's Bellow is the same pattern on every phase, by the way. It's Drake's Bellow. Something unique. This side is the Seismic Slam, which does more damage to our ground units, and the other side it is the Stun. And then, of course, after the second Drake's Bellow, it's the Meteoric Deluge on the magic side. During the Seismic Slam, I'm going to try and place the Sword Elf and use Rygar's ult. This way we just keep everyone alive because it's a lot of damage to our ground-based units. Once that's happened, I'm going to move Raiden across to beside my Narissa so he can get his stacks going, and so he's out of the way for the Meteoric Deluge. Meteoric Deluge incoming now. And then I'm going to ult with Kigiri to make sure that he doesn't die. Simple enough. Make sure Rygar has his ultimate going for that 30% extra health he gets. If he doesn't have his ult going, he can very easily die. I'm going to turn Rygar's ultimates back on now because I know the physical phase comes up back after this shield, and I want his ult to cycle instantly on that. The rest of my physical damage healers, I'm going to wait for the timer to say 4:15, and then I'm going to ult with them, because that's when the phase change will happen again. So 4:15, ult with Kigiri, ult with Wukong, the phase change has happened. and then I can move my Miraidon back over. Now that I'm back on physical side, everybody's ults can be on, except for, of course, Diao-Chan and Narissa. And then we're going to get that same pattern as before. Drake's Bellow. I think it's called Storm Surge. It's a stun. So while it's occurring, I'm going to place a Wood Elf, and I'm going to try and ult my Elo in just to make sure that everybody has a big enough volume of healing so that during the stun nobody dies. Worm's Wrath is the second part after the Drake's Bellow. The Drake's Bellow, as you can see, is just a 1-2-1-2 pattern. Drake's Bellow, unique thing, either Seismic Slam or the Storm Surge. Drake's Bellow, Worm's Wrath, and or Meteoric Deluge. After Worm's Wrath and Meteoric Deluge, the shield is always the next thing to appear. Simple enough, the shield pops up. Wukong's ulting down the shield for us, and then Kigiri's ult will go off slightly after. I can now save my Numera ult. May have gone a little bit too early by leaving it on too long there. That's my mistake. Going to also turn off my Rygar to make sure I can save his ultimate for the next phase. And then I can ult my Numera and turn back on my Rygar slightly after. I'm going to give it another second or two. Turn off your Wukong, your Miraidon, and your Kigiri here. Just leave your Numera on for the magic phase. Miraidon can be moved across. Now that it says Drake's Bellow, I'm going to ult with my Rygar slightly earlier than before, just to make sure that he has his health going up, because whenever he's ulting, he's also healing himself, which makes the tact on my healers a little bit less by having him heal himself up there. I have placed the Wood Elf during that Seismic Slam to keep Numera alive. Numera has a very low HP basic compared to Kigiri and Wukong, so she has got a few more HP substats to try and keep her alive as well. Meteoric Deluge, ult with Kigiri. And we're off to the races. We're at almost 70k, breaking this last magic shield, and we still have the next physical phase and that very small magic phase at the end to go through. I'm going to move my Miraidon across nice and early to put up the vulnerabilities on this shield, so that when Numera ults just after it, she can do a bunch of damage and get us over that 70k mark going into the last physical phase. Rygar and Miraidon can both be auto ults, but I kind of want to save my Rygar just a little bit so he ults during the Worm's Wrath. Very minor change in his timing, but just helps a lot overall. Kigiri and Wukong can both ult once here, and then we're going to save their ults for the shield. Normally I would put them on auto ults if I was min-maxing my score just to try and get out 3 ult cycles because I have Elowen in the team. But for the point of this demonstration, I'm going to save their ults and show you the correct timings to use them on this shield later in the run. I'm going to hope nobody dies here. Sometimes my Nastia and or Numera die. They're both very low HP. They're not dead yet, which is good. Fingers crossed they don't die before the end of it. I could always give them more HP, but because I was min-maxing for 100k, I haven't changed their gear from the damage builds that they were in. So, they're a bit temperamental. Well, Wrath's coming down. This is where most of our timings will revolve around, because we know the shield occurs after it. Looking at these purple orbs that are falling. Then we're just going to look for the raindrop effect on the floor. Now, and Kigiri's damage will hit the shield. And then I can Wukong ult and let all my other physical damage like Rygar and Miraidon take down the rest of the shield with Kigiri and Wukong. This shield will break. It may be a bit close. But there we go. The shield is gone. And now I can put everybody on full auto ults apart from Numera, which may have just ulted. Oopsie. Now we're getting into the harder part. We're going back into the magic phase, which is the hardest part of the run. This part is where lots of your people will die. I'm going to save this Wood Elf. I'm going to remove my Kagiri and my Wukong because they do very little damage here. I'm going to place the Wood Elf in front of Nastia to heal Numera. Ulting with Numera now, making sure everybody's ults are on. We're trying to get out as much damage as we can to get over that 100k mark. And my Numera just died. My Nerissa is still alive. I'm going to ult with her just to get out a little bit more damage. And just hope that my Nastia gets off one more ultimate to get us over that 100k mark right at the end of the run. Perfect. Still getting out more damage because Nastia stayed alive. Didn't quite beat my best score, but over 100k. I'll go over the gear now. The gear is very good, and so are some of the awakenings, like the A5 Wukong and Kagiri. They're not quite needed to be that good, but by all means having them that good does help the score. If you have similar gear, you can always take lower run awakenings and aim for the 60k. I'm going to start with from my Rygart and work down the line. Rygart is in Wicked Vengeance and Cataclysm, but he's in a loss of HP at 93,000 because he's our tank. That is just the full quad, the basic full quads. This is removing the crit damage from the full quad to add in some HP bonus, and then a HP bonus main stat with whatever stats I can get. I have an attack bonus piece in the middle with his exclusive, with some HP bonus on it, of course, to keep that HP going up, and then a HP bonus main stat with flat HP in the last roll. Give his HP as high as you can get it. If you're using Aelin in your team, you can of course change the timings. Your ultimates will be a little bit slower, but he doesn't need as much HP because of how strong Aelin's ultimate is. You can have him at about 86k. His artifacts, he's in the Key of Forsaken just to give him that extra HP again. Kagiri, of course, have him in his exclusive. I have a very good runic roll on this. And then quads all the way across. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate with unstoppable force. Attack bonus, crit rate, attack speed, crit damage. Attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, flat attack, attack speed. Attack bonus, crit rate, attack speed, crit damage, flat attack. And then a Watchguard ring that isn't quite a full quad. It's got some flat HP on it. But if you can get a full quad, please do. Wukong is built very similarly to Kagiri. Attack bonus, attack speed, crit damage, crit rate. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate. Attack bonus main stat, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, flat attack. Attack bonus main stat, crit rate, attack speed, flat attack, and crit damage. And then a Watchguard ring again, attack bonus main stat with some flat HP, crit rate, crit damage, and attack speed. His artifact, of course, is exclusive, max promode with a 5.5% bonus. Raiden, I recently got a 1. He was very big for this. Surprisingly, he does about 160k total. Far better than my A0 Ryzen that would get about 101 to 110k. So it was very nice to get the A1 more Raiden. If not, him being A0 and A0 Ryzen do about the same, except Ryzen does do a bit better on breaking the shields. Anyway, his stats are attack bonus, crit rate, attack speed, crit damage. Attack bonus, crit rate, attack speed, crit damage. Attack bonus main stat, flat attack, crit damage, crit rate, and attack speed. Attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, rage regen. Attack bonus main stat in the SO ring, so I could cycle his ults a bit better. Nice high runic gem though. Crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, and some HP bonus. He does need the HP. I've got him at about 48k, and then his exclusives also rolled pretty well with another 3k almost on there. Diao Chen is going to be in a pretty simple build, as much attack as you can get on her. I've got her in almost 17k. I reckon I could get this a little bit higher, but I do have an unstoppable force ring on her, weapon on her as well. Attack bonus flat attack on the chest piece, attack bonus main stat, flat attack in the subs. The rest of the substats don't matter too much. Get some HP if you can, because that way she'll stay alive. If you have her die, your run is done for. Attack bonus main stat, flat HP. Attack bonus main stat, flat HP. Not flat HP, flat attack. Flat attack and flat HP and HP bonus. As you can see, she's at 34k HP. And of course, her exclusive is rolled with attack bonus to help with the inspiration. Going on to Nastier. Nastier is a 2. It's nice to have her E2. I did Soulstone it not too long ago. It's just the 5% faction bonus. It's not needed to get 60k by any means, but it is nice to have. You can of course replace Rygar with Torador too on this team. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate. And continuing on the same trope, attack bonus main stat, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, and HP bonus. Attack bonus main stat, crit rate, attack speed, HP, and crit damage. And then on the Esso ring, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate, and HP. She's in Hell's Lament. She cycles her ult in about 17 seconds on average, so having her in Hell's Lament, she keeps the buff up constantly, especially being an auto ultimate. So, works out well. Numera cycles her ult very fast as well, which is why she's in Hell's Lament. Attack bonus, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage. Attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, and attack speed. Quad see it again on the left side, and then an attack bonus piece with crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, plus attack, and renewed vigor on mine. It's a very nice piece I got. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, flat attack, and crit rate. And then the last piece has 1 HP substat. As you can see, she doesn't have very many HP substats on her. If that was a HP bonus stat, it would be a lot more consistent in my runs and she wouldn't die. You typically want her at about 36k HP for a comfortable run without risking her dying. I just went with the risk that she might die in some of my runs, and then I would just have to retry it until I got the 100k. Attack bonus, HP bonus, and attack speed. The main thing you need is just the attack bonus on Orisa. We're using that inspiration, but we do need the speed because she's one of our only healers in the team. Attack bonus, flat attack, and speed. Attack bonus, flat attack, and speed. Attack bonus, flat attack, speed. The rest of the subsets don't matter. If you get some rage regen or heal effect in there, so be it. Healing effect is nice to have. Just don't go wasting your time searching for it if it's not there. Just get the attack bonus, get the attack, and get the HP. Some HP in here would be nice, just to keep her alive. Mine comes close to dying towards the end if you hadn't seen. She's at 25k HP in the Euphoric Orb. The reason why she's in the Euphoric Orb and not Eloin is because she reaches everyone with her range. Eloin doesn't quite reach everyone unless she's ulting. So I put the Euphoric Orb on my healer with the biggest range. They do not stack. Eloin is in attack bonus, HP bonus, and attack speed. HP bonus, attack speed with some healing effect, which is a nice benefit. Don't go searching for it if you don't have it, just don't worry. Attack bonus main stat, attack speed, rage regen, and some healing effect. Attack speed in the middle. Attack speed is so important on Eloin to keep your interval short on your heals so that you can heal everyone. So attack speed in the middle. HP bonus in there, rage regen, some heal effects, and all nice stats. I just wish that bottom one was attack bonus for a perfect quad roll on that healing piece of gear. Attack bonus main stat, attack speed, flat attack, and 2 HP stats, keeping my Eloin alive at 36k HP. Of course, your platform units take a little bit less damage than your ground units. And then, of course, Golden Scarab to cycle her ults a bit faster. Seems I have the Euphoric Orb on Nerissa. Vaughn, the last person in the team that they want, is so important to this run because he's helping break those shields and I can have a bit more freedom with cycling my ults towards the end there. I normally have it fully auto on that physical phase. And I would get out an extra Wukong and an extra Kagiri ult, which would mean a lot more damage, but I wanted to show you guys the timing for the Kagiri ult to break the shield if you're having trouble. Okay, Vaughn is attack bonus, crit rate, attack speed, and crit damage. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed, crit rate. 2 quads again on the left hand side. I do have a lot of them. If you do not have as many quads as me, remove the crit damage, add like some HP or some rage regen or any other beneficial stat. Keep the attack speed. You do not want to be missing out on attack speed on any piece. Attack bonus main stat, crit rate, crit damage, rage regen, flat attack speed again. Attack bonus main stat, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, HP bonus. And then an Esso ordering with attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, rage regen. He's at 50% rage regen. He doesn't need all that rage regen. It's just I run out of quads and it worked in place of the quads. I have him in Black Collar's Claw. It works the best for me because I do not have his exclusive fully leveled up. If you have a promo 25 version of his exclusive, it is a 35% damage boost over this, or the Spirit Siphon, which is a 30%. They're both, Blight Collars and Spirit Siphon, are about 30% damage boost. The Blight Collars just means he does a little bit of damage on the physical phase. But if you get his exclusive to promo 25, it's a 35% damage boost and the Rage Regen ult cycles. So if you have it, use it at promo 25. If not, Blight Collars or Spirit Siphon work best. That's all from me, guys. Hope you get a better score on your Abyss. Please do try and use your own teams and change it up. Infernal comps work. Watchers comps work. You can make changes. Just hope you understand the pattern of those Drake's Bellow, Seismic Slam, Drake's Bellow, Meteoric Delusion, the magic phase. And if not Drake's Bellow, the Storm Surge, Drake's Bellow, and Worm's Wrath on the physical phase. Remember, the floor is damaged every 4 seconds, helping Kagiri get his ultimate off with the double damage every time. That's all from me, guys. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Peace out.